Hello, everyone. We made it. We're here. Peach Radio Show has begun. I am sitting with Angel.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
So while we're waiting for you to come on, because I know we are a little bit behind, but this is good because Tina and I we sometimes start a whole hour late doing nonsense. So I'm glad y'all joined us tonight. Please do me a favor and share the live. Facebook is not kind to me. I had a whole other page and they got rid of that and they're just trying to censor me, but I'm not going to let that happen. So I keep pushing. Share the live. We're going to give people time to come on in. The topic for tonight is from hetero to LGBTQ. It's a great topic. Before we actually get into it, I'm going to speak to Angel a little bit about what she does. She's a writer, poet. Do you paint?
No, but I wish I could. That's the one talent I wish I really had that I do not have. So yeah, I envy painters. Shout out to y'all painters.
I can imagine you paint. I can feel it. Like I know.
I feel it in my dreams, but somehow it never comes to fruition. So
go to the what is it called?
The paint and sips.
The paint and sip.
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Everybody becomes a pro at paint and sip for some reason.
Not big when I leave there. For like at least 24 or 48 hours, I'm a painter. Yeah.
But everybody, just please share the live. We're going to give some people some time to come in. I got to patch us to Instagram because I know people are probably waiting over there for us to pop on in. I'm excited that Angel is here. You want to give them a little bit of background, your book, how could they purchase it?
Well, I'm working on my own personal book. Don't have that quite yet. But I did do a collaboration with about 15, 16 other authors for a lesbian Valentine Day book called Black Cherry. And I know it's on most of the what do you call them? I'm technology challenged. Streams, websites where they sell books.
Ebook.
You can get one.
Ebook.
I know Amazon has it. Shout out to Amazon. The pandemic has kind of stopped things for me a little bit because I was starting to get into the whole open mic spoken word thing. But I am happy to know that next month I'll be also one of my pieces will be in the Delaware Baird's poetry review for 2020 next month. So I'm kind of happy about that. And we were talking about painters earlier. If there's an up and coming painter and you want to do collab and do a book, I would love to do a poetry and a paint book. Just putting
poetry and paint.
Yes, poetry and paint. Poetry and paint.
Oh wow, I could see that. I can visualize that too.
Yes, absolutely.
So, how many pieces do you have in the book? And is there anybody from Delaware or the surrounding area that we know that's also in the book?
For Black Cherry, I'm not sure. I think there might be one other person from Upper Delaware, but I'm not really sure about that. I know most of them are from outer state. Of course, the review that's coming out next month is Delaware. It's Delaware Society. It's Delaware's Writer Society. Their poetry society is called Baird's, and of course, that's strictly this area. So I'm happy about that. Hopefully, after all this is said and done, you're going to see my face a lot. I want to get out there and hit the stage again. As I said, I'm trying to come up with I've been working on my book for a little while though. That's kind of hard, but I'm trying to put it out there.
So what is it going to be, like a whole poetry book? Because I know you told me you have tons of poems just sitting.
Poems, yeah. Because see, this is the thing. I was raised around writing. Writing is not something that I had to search for or have a hobby for. Like, writing was all around me. It was just so regular. So I just write thoughts. So I don't even have a specific genre that I deal with. I write everything. So I would love my book to be a journey, like a growth journey, a maturity journey, from something young and innocent to something a little more mature and specific.
So it's Oh,
It's
so
gonna be a
each
life
piece is going to be
journey.
like a story. Like each poem is going to be a build
you know,
up
you have
into
your
a story.
childhood, you have your puberty, you have your young adult life, you have your, you know, and in the mix of that, it'd be some personal stuff as far as coming of age stuff,
Okay.
different levels. You know, just a nice little poetic flow of life.
Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Wow. So is the book okay, so you said it's on Amazon and
The black
different
cherry
streaming.
one
Yeah, the
is, and
black
that's not
cherry.
mine. Yeah, it's not mine.
Okay, so how do we search for it? Black cherry.
It's It's called Black Cherry.
By
Valentine's Anthology. The company that put it out is Ellen Bennett Books.
okay.
Yes, and they're the ones that put it out. But if you put Black Cherry Lesbian in a lot of them, it'll pop
Okay,
right up.
it'll
It's
pop
only very
up.
few
Okay.
in different venues that are show. But yeah, it's by Ellen Bennett Books. So look out for it.
I wasn't sure because I'm like, okay, I can't put it up and put Angel. Let me.
No, no, no. I mean, you know, my name is on the front now with everybody else, but no, it's not mine. It's not mine.
Oh,
I
what?
have to share it.
Okay, that sounds so. Okay, so you got the book.
I got a book that I'm working on. I want to get out there and perform a little bit more. I'm always still going to share. I have a little community on social media for poetry that follow me. You know, shout out to you guys for keeping me positive and keeping me going.
Well, you didn't tell. I didn't know anything about this.
See?
See, I'm just learning stuff. I'm just learning. Hi, Tisha, and then we got Carl Johnson. J. Lock, what is this? Have you taken leave of your? Who is that? Do you know who that is? I have no idea either. But welcome either. Oh, okay. Well, Carl. You are on Plug Studio Network, where there will be multiple shows streaming on every page. I don't know if everybody knows that. We are currently streaming on about 8 or 9 pages on Facebook.
Oh, wow, okay.
We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are a little bit of everywhere. So it's going to be a lot of different people popping in. They're fans from some of the other shows that run throughout the week or whatever. But we're going to get into our topic for tonight, which is from hetero to LGBTQ. If you are watching, you have that straight friend, or you have that, I don't want to say ignorant, but it's there at the tip of my tongue. I'm going to just say, if you have that ignorant friend that believes because you're born, okay, I'm born LGBT, I should just jump out of the bed, put my feet on the floor, and just start running. Not all of us run.
Right, right.
Some of us gotta crawl out the bed slowly, and even then we still don't make it. We go through a whole transition phase, and
right.
And okay, and I'll say it's not probably fair to the other party, but it's just a journey. It's unfortunate, but it's a journey that some of us go through. I know I personally went through that journey.
I went through that
journey.
Yeah. I don't think it's any different than. I mean, I know that a lot of people put a lot of focus on it, but I think your sexual identity is no different than any other level of growing. You know, you have confusions, you have questions. Everybody has their own journey, has their own, learn their own lessons. So you can't judge someone when they're comfortable enough to kind of reveal that and when they're not. You know, instead of just celebrating when they come out, you know, don't judge.
Yeah,
but you don't know their journey. But I'm saying it's a growth thing for a lot of us that came out late.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it is. But I just. Before I say all of that, let's just talk about your story. All right. So you grew up, you decided to what? Were you married? Were you single? Like, what was your dynamic?
Okay. First, I don't feel like I decided.
Okay.
Actually, since I was a teenager, I've kind of claimed bisexuality.
Okay.
I claimed lesbianism late in life.
Okay.
And to me, that was kind of over time, you have the curiosity. You feel like it's supposed to be just fun. You're not supposed to do it. You feel uncomfortable with it. You're around supportive people. You realize that it's not unnatural.
Right.
You grow, but see, in the meantime, you run into people that are really good people that you get relationships with, and you don't want to rock the boat. But, then you just, sometimes opportunity, situation isn't right. And you just come out and you just know. Like I said, I didn't decide. My body told me. My body, my spirit, my my emotions told me where I was going. I didn't wait. I didn't be like, you know what? I'm just going to be a lesbian. That was not the case. It was like my body just shut down. It did not respond to certain things. And I was confused and just was like,
Okay. So I'm trying to picture what you're saying. Okay. So were you with a guy? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
When this happened?
When you decided were you with a male? Were you married? Was it children involved?
Okay.
Let's just get to that space, because I think a lot of people wonder what happens in that space. Because I mean, come on now. If I'm straight, I'm a male, I'm with you, and then now years later I see you this way. I'm wondering what happened in our relationship. Did I do something? Were you like this? Were you, you're in all these groups.
Absolutely.
And they always say people run to that side because it's easier.
Right. I understand. The thing with me was, because I claimed bisexuality, the men in my life already knew that I was on both sides of the fence. So it wasn't so much as, thinking I'm one way, then you wake up and like, where did this come from?
Right.
The thing was, it wasn't taken serious. It was one of them things like, okay, I was involved in relationships where they were like, as long as you're not with a man, it's okay.
Oh, so y'all had excuse me, y'all, I'm trying to get Instagram set up. So he knew you was bisexual, and he let you have these relationships. Was he involved?
No, and not at all. No. Not at all.
And he had no clue.
Of what? That I was with women? He had no clue that it was as serious for me as it was. He just thought it was superficial, just something, something to play around with.
Sexual.
Something sexual. And it was deeper than that for me. And when I realized that I was a lesbian, I was in a relationship. It wasn't going too well. And in my mind, it was like, okay, once this ends, I'm living my truth from that point on. You know what I mean? So it was more like that. We were already having issues of other ways. And I was just in my mind, I was just saying, okay, whatever happens, but this is right. I can't, after this, I can't do this. And that was the perfect out for me to kind of start fresh.
Okay.
So it wasn't really being underhanded or being shady,
So it
was a chance for me to start fresh, and I chose to start fresh in my comfort zone.
So y'all had a casual breakup. It wasn't like you met someone and then boom, I am.
No.
So y'all
I was single for like 3 years after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because when I started really, it was funny because when I started really dating in the lesbian world, there were so many rules and stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like one lady told me, like, I don't consider you lesbian unless you're like 5 years clean. I'm like, what? Okay.
What?
Yeah, they had like
all it's a manual, right?
Like some kind of unknown manual. So
that's wild.
So so I don't feel like I undermined anyone.
Okay.
It's just that I was like, okay, this was ending. And as I started thinking about what I was going to do from that point on, I knew in my head which direction I was going to go in. Wow.
I asked you those questions because, again, I'm going to share my story. I was like you, a late bloomer. How old were you? In your 20s, 30s?
Well, because I had claimed bisexuality. My first woman experience was at 16.
Oh,
when I was with a woman. But I never was exclusive. In my head, it was you be with a man, you have kids, and
right.
Women were like
something
light. So that was my mindset for years until my emotions, my so-called spirit was like pulling me that way, and I'm like, what is going on? Why is it that this person can affect me so easily, but this person has to, have bells and whistles in order for me to be affected?
Okay.
I do a lot of self-reflecting. I do a lot in my writing, and I do a lot of self-reflecting.
I do too.
And I try not to really hurt anyone, But you know, you got to look out for you.
Sometimes that happens.
You got to look out for you. You got to look out.
It's unfortunate, but sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
But
I'm friends with most of the people I had relationships in I call it my past life.
And it's a non-judgment zone, judgment free. Like, no, he's not. He doesn't ask questions. He's just okay with it.
No, I wouldn't say he's actually okay with it. You have to understand, I'm one of those type people that I don't leave a lot of questions. I'm very straightforward. I'm very to the point. There's not a lot of questions, and if I think you need to know something or you want to know something, I'll bring it up. Just so we can go. So it wasn't.
Okay.
You know, of course, you know how long. You have the regular questions that anybody would have when you go. Start to see someone, but you have to understand I had 3 years before I really got into another serious relationship.
Okay.
But the female thing, he knew it was there and just didn't think it was that serious. Just like a lot of straight men do.
Okay. Well, my story is a little bit different. I was married for 20. Well, I was with someone for 20 years.
Oh wow.
20 long years, and I'm glad we're having this conversation again because there's a lot of stereotypes that's out there about women that come out late bloomer. I see them all in the groups. You're not a real lesbian because you're not a gold star and all this other stuff.
Yeah, the 5-year rule threw me.
You were right. It's all these different rules and regulations. Yeah. I had someone tell me, and it's not like that in the heterosexual world. Once you talk to a woman, you can't talk to another one. But you're not committed to any. I didn't understand that. But either way, with my story, I was with somebody for 20 years. I already had 2 children. Me and my former spouse had a child together. I knew that it was something, you know about yourself. You know yourself. Yeah. And I was like you, walking that bisexuality line because that's your comfortable way of coming out. Yeah. For me, the term fluid that everybody's saying now, I'm fluid. It didn't exist. I didn't have the fluid term. I just was like, I like to have fun. I am bisexual. I had a threesome. And for him, it was just like you said, didn't take it serious. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was just something she did, eons ago. That's some fun. But, as life go on, situations happen. You have to come to terms with who you are because eventually it becomes too heavy not to be who you are.
It does.
It becomes really, really heavy. And unlike you, we don't have a relationship at all. We don't speak. It ended in a terrible divorce.
Oh, wow.
A terrible divorce. But it was such a strange thing because right before divorce, I don't know if anybody that's watching noticed, if you have gone through one, you don't just get up and get divorced. You are divorced in your mind, like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So I couldn't process in my mind, why is this man upset? We didn't have a bond. We wasn't even intimate. Why are you? Mm. So that was my journey. So I love hearing different stories like yours, how you transit. My transition was rough. And for LGBT, that one part can make your journey hard.
Absolutely.
And you already start to take a look at yourself. You're just thinking and overthinking. See, I'm a Cancer. I overthink every fucking thing in my head. I do, and I do replays and triple plays to review and 20 years later, that's a lot to. That's a lot of time. I don't know if he thought that we'll be together and then eventually a couple years down the line something to fix, but nothing. It wasn't working. So now my question to you, because I know my transition was rough with him. Mm-hmm. How did did you have your children then? Mm-hmm. How did it affect them?
I individually talk to both my kids. I have two children. I have I'll say their ages now, but I have a 30-year-old son and I have a 15-year-old
Wow.
daughter. And of course, at that time, they weren't that age, they were younger, but I spoke to each individually and they were two different responses, but it led up to the same thing. My son, we had the religion talk.
Oh God.
He's like, Mom, but that's abomination, blah blah blah,
Oh
and
wow.
and we got to talking, and we had to make some references and have a serious deep down talk. But he eventually said, it doesn't matter if you're happy. I'm happy for you. He has never disrespected any partner that I've had. He
Okay.
embraces them. He looks out for them. My daughter, I said, when I told her, she was like, "And." She was like, "And what?" So,
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, okay.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah, what's for dinner?
See, but would you say that because of the way you parted with their father, that was a contributing factor?
Well,
as
they
to
have
how
two
they-
different dads because 15 years is different.
Oh,
I've had
okay.
two different daddies, and I'm friends with both of them.
Oh,
Both of them,
okay.
friends with both of them. No, neither one. They were very young when me and their father. They were like three.
Oh,
When me and their
wow.
father left both times, and so they were. Well, my daughter is right. She just been around it. That's all she's really been around.
Okay.
But my
Okay.
son is a little different. But they don't. No, I didn't really have any other than having that one talk with my son. I haven't had that talk again. And like I said, he's been very welcoming. And if
Wow.
there is something to say, they ain't saying it to me. But
Wow.
yeah,
That
no.
my
Mm-mm.
experience totally different.
Yeah, and I even praised my family, but I wasn't. My family already had that. That was already broken into my family because I already
Okay.
have gay, lesbian, and transgender in my family.
Oh,
So by the time
okay.
I came along, they were like, "Okay, all right,
Okay. All right. Whatever.
okay, whatever."
So you probably believe that there's actually a gay gene or LGBT gene then.
I feel like anything that grows needs a seed. I'm not saying that people show their seed. They display their seed different times. They may suppress that growth, but I think there has to be something in you in order for you to be true to that label. I
Okay.
think there had to be. I don't think anyone can turn you. I think people can call that situation turn,
Oh,
but I
yeah,
think
people-
deep down that person who
No.
was turned really probably was a little maybe curious, or I just know I think that if you're that way, then you're that way. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
If you're straight,
Right.
there's nothing I should be able to do to turn you. If I can turn you, then I think you had that seed in you.
But do you think anyone's really? I think it's a percentage base. I think some people are like 88% straight, but then it's that 12%.
Well,
That-
but see, the same way I think there's a that's in you, that seed is in you if you're LGBTQ. I think that's in you also if you're straight. I don't differentiate that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So the same way there's people out there gay, there's people out there naturally straight. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think they're all the way straight. I think it's a percentage.
been a little
Yeah,
bit-
I
little
think
bit-
they're like
little something,
88%,
little something,
but that
something.
12%, but the 88% overpowers the 12%.
I kind of like that thought.
I'm serious. I
But
think,
I understand what you're saying now. I understand.
and the reason why I say that is because I've had heterosexual women after being friends. They'll just say to me, "You know what? I thought about it," and I'll be like, "What?" I'll be off into my mom. What thought about trying these shoes or what do you? No, I thought about having sex with a woman, and then I'll be like, "A what?"
See, I think that seed was in there a little bit way before they probably displayed it. I just don't think that. I don't think that if you're truly straight, you're gonna like the idea of a woman being intimate with you like that.
I think it's the 12%.
Because we are very intimate with each other, and you got to be. I don't know, but I feel what you're saying. Though that may be.
I think that
It's a
little one,
possibility.
that
That's a
percentage, and
possibility.
they're just like thinking, but then they don't go all the way over because that 88% say no. Let me just.
I think the seed is in you. I
Venture
think there's
off.
a lot of outside factors that kind of go into whether you act on it or not act on it. Keep it in your fantasy. Don't keep it in your fantasy. Try a little bit, take a little taste. I don't know. I do think there's some women out there that just are curious about the closeness. You know what I mean? Because see,
bond.
This is also, I don't think that just because you do it with one time with someone of the same sex that makes you gay. I do think there are strong curiosities, because sometimes it's not all about the physical. People just have a fantasy of the two women's energies coming together, and that's sensual in itself.
I think the men do. I think for the women is more or less the bond.
But, I mean, if you're best friend, if you can't, what better? I guess if that's the way you're thinking.
It's the bond. I guess they're feeling like, because again, coming from a heterosexual relationship, and I'm not sure if it was because of the LGBT part of me, but I always felt like I never really could connect. You get what I'm saying? Like really connect on that deep emotional level. And I used to say, well, because that nonsense you read, men are from what is it? Women from Mars, women's from Venus, all this crap.
Right.
So I'm like, is that the reason, or is it just by design? If you're a heterosexual woman with a heterosexual male, you don't get that bond, that connect, because it's like two different worlds. I don't know.
Some people it does though. I think there's people out there that would say that they do get that connection. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna knock nobody's connection.
Maybe it's just the LGBT part that stops you from being able to.
But we have so many other things that affect our. We just can't have that simple love. You know what I mean? There's so many outside factors that just go into it that we. How do you process all that? Some people process it great, some people don't, and it affects how they display what their true self is.
I guess. Well, it's what, we're gonna come back when we come back, because we have to play this video. Did you watch Delequa's
I seen
live
a little
concert?
bit, not all of it, just a little bit. I didn't get to see all of it.
We're gonna play "Bad" by Delequa. Please don't leave. When we come back, we're gonna talk about how it is to be in that lifestyle, LGBT once you cross over. We're going to talk about being BBW in that community.
Whoop, whoop.
Is there a difference? And then we're going to talk about the differences between the noticeable difference between being in the LGBT relationship and being in a heterosexual relationship. For the people that's just curious that don't know. So keep it locked. This is "Bad" by Delequa. Let me know what you think. Don't go nowhere. Share the live, share the love.
Came from the bottom, had a lot of problems, had to solve them. Now I'm picture perfect, flexing on them. Body stitch, looking like a coke bottle. The beat model, yeah, it's real, baby. Sex appeal crazy. Getting real bad, bitch, you know the deal, yeah. Give you the feels, lady, you know it's real, baby. Keep up with me, I'm on your knees, it's real, baby. Bad bitch, mixed with a little bit ratchet. Fucking with me, get that wood. Yeah, you know he got a bad one. Bad bitch, mixed with a little bit ratchet. Fucking with me, get that wood. Yeah, you know he got a bad one. Yeah. What do you feel when you see me? You don't know all of the pain that it cost me. I'm a star, I play my part like it's a movie. Should never leave without a man. I heard you free. I'll be an example, how inspiring. Maybe your journey will be less frightening. Your elevations, more enlightening. Yeah. I'm that bitch, yeah, nigga, I'm that bitch. Oh, nigga, I'm that bitch, yeah, that's it, with that bitch, yeah. I'm that bitch, nigga, I'm that bitch, man.
Hey, and we're back. Peach Radio Show is Tuesday. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Shout out to Tina Topic. She is under the weather. Send prayers and love and hugs and kisses to her. I am here with Angel, writer and poet and performer. And one of these days, she's going to be a really great painter once she get classes.
Right. Abstract. It's going to be abstract. Abstract. That's what we're looking for. That's the word of the day.
But this topic for tonight is I'm trying to stay unemotional because, again, I relate to it. It's from hetero to LGBT. I was in a 20-year relationship with a male that ended very, very horribly. Sometimes in the moment when you're trying to get what you need out of life, you hurt other people. And I just want to say, if he's watching or if anybody knew him that's watching, tell him I do acknowledge my part in that. So I'm accepting my responsibility, because that could be hard, regardless of the status of your relationship at the moment, there was still some type of bond or love there, and you walking off for something that they can't even compete with has to be terrible. It has to be terrible. But I'm glad to hear that you actually have a great relationship with all your past people that you were with, all the
Majority.
past. Well, the majority. Well, let's just say the ones that actually know that you're LGBT
absolutely.
and they are accepting of it.
Every once in a while, I'll get you feeling in them girls. You feeling in them girls? Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'm glad that your children, it was an easy transition for them. With myself, I have to actually say that my youngest daughter, was the one that gave me the strength to come out, because I was in my office and my daughter came to me and I was completely oblivious in my own world. And she came, and my oldest daughter kept saying that, Mom, she's a little different. I ain't paying no mind, siblings.
Right.
And then my daughter just came out and said, well, Mom, I'm a lesbian.
Okay.
And that just pop. Okay, Mom, your daughter's telling you she's a lesbian. Your spouse is not too fond of that lifestyle. He was raised in the Muslim faith.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, Mom, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do, Mom? You have to be there for this child.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's when I had to make a decision. Will I let my daughter walk this walk by herself, or I can come out ahead of her and take the beating and she can walk her journey, So
Right.
as a mother, I said, what, let me step out first and I'll be the shield. I'll be the shield. And all that negative energy could be redirected at me. Whatever you feel about LGBTQ, whatever you have to deal with, all the emotions, all the anger, because it's a culture shock.
Yeah.
Let me bear that, and then once it subsides, you can probably look at your daughter different. But she didn't have to bear the brunt of it.
Right. Right.
So she made me come all the way out. So yeah, she made me say, you know what, come out. And then the real fight began when I met my mate, in which I didn't know she was my mate. It was weird. I didn't know. But I met my mate, and I can say on that part, the marriage was unfortunate how it ended. But I met somebody coming out the gate that was the perfect person for me to take that walk with. I hear horror stories. I don't know how your first time was, but I hear horror stories about people coming out the gate and having to date multiple people until they get to that person that they're comfortable with and they can bear their heart and soul and
That was me.
everything else with. But me coming out the gate, it's like, I don't know if the creator had a plan for me or was watching out for me, or if this was my reward for my sacrifice. I don't know. And it was just there. But how was your coming out journey? Just, okay, I'm out and now I got a date. And how was that transition?
I came out hoeing. No. No.
Oh my God.
I came out like that, can we feel our brand music? Can we feel our, I came out like that. I was so happy to not really have it hidden. I probably had a bigger issue when I went from dating one type of female because that was convenient for me to actually date my type. That was more of a transition. But no, I was.
Wait a minute.
I was like, whoop, whoop.
So you had a type and everything. Like, I'm gay, I'm geared up, and now I got my type. I'm out.
I'm a thinker. I'm a thinker.
My God.
I think about things. So
I didn't even think that far. I'm just like, okay, I don't expose myself.
Well, the thing was, when I was claiming bisexual, I dated a certain type of women because that's the women, that they supposed to date. You know what I mean? Like, that's the one that was throwing herself at me. So I was like, okay.
Oh Lord. So speaking of type, what is your type? Like, how did you figure this out? What is your type?
My type is masculine of center. I love masculine of center women. Love y'all. A lot of my poetry is you.
Oh Lord.
No, I did. I dated a lot of. I call them the horny housewives, because we live in an area with a lot of bass.
The horny housewives.
Yeah. But then after I came into my own, I was like, I'm not gonna do that no more. And I found that one thing's interesting. I found that the same qualities that I look for in men, I still look for in women. Not the whole not the man thing, but as far as dominant, as far as aggressive, as far as boss mentality.
So let's go there.
Yeah,
what would you say? Okay, because I'm glad you said that.
Mm-hmm, okay.
What would you say to a male that says, okay, you picked and chose to date a woman that's looking like a man and got behaviors like a man. Why won't you just be with the man?
Because I like women. End of story. Next question.
And then
That's
women.
I tell them because I like women. End of story. There's no more explanation I need. I can get real. I'm not going to get real detailed and animated because normally I have a very potty mouth and I'm
this is Peach Radio Show. Have your potty mouth here.
My thing is if they keep coming at me, then I get more detail and that usually backs them away.
Okay.
So that's what I do. But my first initial, because I get that all the time. I get that. I probably have, in the news media, they talk about Karens and stuff. I get the Kwame's. The ones like, Queen, you're not allowed to be gay. Queen, you're not supposed to be that way. Like, wow, okay. But,
oh my God. Where's the criteria? Why I don't understand men criteria with the whole lesbian or whatever, but
I think I think they feel intimidated. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm going to sit and actually ask one because I will ask somebody.
So what would you say to a woman? Mm-hmm. Okay, so because based off of what you described, right. I like a woman that's sort of centered like a man, but I don't want them to be a man.
Not necessarily centered. I like boss bitches.
Okay.
I like a boss bitch. So, and not that I wouldn't date a femme. I like femmes. As long as they boss bitches, I just like boss.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's that. So you just like the dominance of it. I like
the dominance of it.
Oh, okay. Because I see a lot of posts in these groups, and me and you are in some of the same damn groups, and these women be going off, I'm a stud. I'm not a man. I'm not this. I'm not that. And I'm like, well, I am what? Why are you posting this?
I don't know why people need to explain that. I scroll a lot because some of them I'm like, who are these people? Like, where y'all come from? Like, do you even take this life seriously? Like, I'm not even sure, I'm getting ready to pull your membership. But I don't get that because, I've seen the whole thing about people feel about labels, about the stud thing. That's, to me, when I say masculine center, that's their swagger. That's not
who they are
That's
internally.
not who they are internally. I have to get to know you. I have to date. I have to hang out with you. I don't know
Okay,
you.
so
I don't know you. I like how you look. I like how you walk and talk. But lady, I don't know you.
Okay, so
I have to date you.
So with your masculine centered woman,
Yes.
can she be a crybaby?
But see, I don't even like crybabies around me in general. So I don't that overflow. My bestie is sitting right behind the camera, and she will tell you I have low tolerance for whiners. So that would carry over too. But would I want her to be a crybaby? No, I would have to say no.
So
but that's my personal preference. I ain't knocking the crybabies, boo boo.
Okay,
Get you a shoulder.
So here's the
That's not
thing:
mine.
what could she have that's feminine?
She's a woman. She can have anything. It's just that swagger.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So outwardly she can have the swag, but inside, once
like
y'all
an
go
athletic
inside the
style.
house, she can be a woman. She could be whiny and
I don't.
I mean,
equate
not
women with
whiny. Let's just say she can have traditional
No, if my baby want to
female.
soak in the bubble bath, if she won't walk around in her panties, I mean, I don't know, or I don't know what that would be. I don't know, cook me a meal. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about would be women, but no, just I like people to be themselves. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I like people to be themselves. Yes, I do have a preference for a certain style and a certain
Okay.
swagger, but personality is different. Personality. Different. I don't want someone who wants to be a man. I
Okay.
like someone who embraces
Okay.
their femininity.
Okay.
Just because they wear athletic clothing, that don't mean that we both can't go get a
Okay.
pedicure. That don't mean
Okay.
that I don't want to share no dress with me.
Okay.
Heels with
See,
me.
that's great. That's details. That's
Yeah.
more detail.
But no, we both can sit and cry and watch some love stories, and we can do all that. I got you.
So what
Just
are your
don't cry on me.
So what are
Just
your
don't cry
thoughts
on me.
about toxic masculinity on both ends? Have you seen it in the LGBT world? I know you've seen it in the hetero world. I mean, it's
I've seen it, and only thing I have to say is different strokes for different folks. There's somebody out there for everybody, honestly. It is. So just concentrate on being you, because believe me, there's somebody out there for you. It does not matter. It does not matter. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you.
oh my God. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
But you have a right to your preference. I believe that.
Yeah,
As
but
long as it doesn't carry over in your general world and affect your regular networking and fellowship.
that's true. That's true. That's true. So I gotta ask this.
Okay. Give it to me.
What is the emotional differences in being in a heterosexual and an L? Have you noticed, like, is it just a total difference? This is for y'all that are straight that want to know, because I know it's men watching that aren't saying anything, and I thank everybody for tuning in, Deidre and everybody, Carl, everyone that's paying attention. Okay. What are the differences? Because I know people want to know what is so different.
For me, I would say the difference is the journey. Like, when I talk to my girlfriend, she can really relate to some of the things that I go through. It's kind of, we both are almost coming from the same point. So you kind of get maybe a little more understanding. I know a lot of guys who are understanding, but you can sympathize, but you can't empathize.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think with men, even if they try, and there's some great men out there, you just don't know the true female experience. And when you're with another woman, that is a special thing that we can share.
Okay.
That is a special thing we can understand, we can feel.
Okay.
The way our body works, the way our mentality is, we kind of are more open to get that with each other.
Okay.
In my experience, the men are, okay. Are you okay? You okay?
Yeah,
What
you all right? You good?
Yeah. And I think it's just that I feel they can't relate to you can relate to some of my journey, but there are certain things like, I just feel like a woman would understand better.
What about the sexual part of it?
Lord.
It's the
Lord, child.
sex.
There's a reason we U-Haul.
For those of y'all that don't know what U-Haul is, it's just
Yeah.
it's this urban legend within the lesbian community that as soon as you meet somebody 5 minutes later, you're moving in with the person, and which is not true.
No. But
But
well,
some
for
people,
some.
yeah.
But it's that exchange of energies. We're so up close and personal with each other. We
Okay.
really are. And when you're up that close and personal, and you're really tuned into, each other.
No, just say it. Don't sugarcoat. My audience know we say whatever. What about the sex? What is it about? Okay.
All that skin and wetness rubbing together gonna make you pop like popcorn. Pop. So, since you want me to give it to you straight, that's how it's going.
Okay, and see you as you know, I don't. Well, my audience knows. Oh, Nima, how you doing, Nima? Let me read this. Nima said, "Yes, I have seen it. It pisses me off. I see so many young girls that are gay and take on the male role. It goes so hard that I want to punch a few of them in the mouth and say, yo, bro, shut up, bro.'"
You know what, Nima? Just let them be. Let people be who they are. You know what I mean? There's going to be people that's going to take it to the extreme. There's going to be people that don't take it to the extreme. Don't waste your energy worrying about that. They're going to be them. You know what I mean? They're going to be them. Just
Nima said, "I know a lot of
Yeah.
people that live the U-Haul life, but how? I don't understand that.
It's that popcorn.
That's too much.
it's that popcorn.
No, that's instability. That
I know.
sound like a bunch of
It is.
instability.
Yeah.
That would scare me if I met somebody and they moving in every 3 weeks. That's too much
I'm wondering what is
instability.
your real life? Like, if you got that much, because I don't have that much time and energy to do that moving. You know, I don't know. Like, what you got going? Like, what's going on? What was there before me? Like, what was there before me? You know, like, if you want to move up my house in about a month, what was your house before? You know what I mean? I don't know. Was your month to month? Like,
Well,
I don't
see,
know.
so would you say that's a plus on the male end that they act? Some of them, the ones that are together, they actually have that thought process to say, okay, we can't have a U-Haul culture because I have something to lose. And then I might have to take care of you. I think men get that strong, oh my God, I might have to take care of somebody that it's time to fight or fly. I think women don't have that.
I'm not longer an expert on men. I'm just going to give my own educated opinion. You know what? I really think it's individual. I think really for the U-Haul, I mean, in all honesty, I think you just, really need to communicate what you want, what you need, where you're at. You figure if somebody U-Haul, that's two people that have to agree on that. It's not like one person is making somebody U-Haul. That's two people agreeing to move that fast.
No, women are manipulative.
I mean, so do you blame the manipulator or do you blame the one that's getting manipulated?
They are.
They are, but you have to be strong like that. If I'm out here dating and I know I don't want you up in my house, then that's going to be in my back of my head as we go along. Be like, oh, every time you my thing is, every time I make a suggestion, I'm going to have a solution. Oh, baby, I ain't got nowhere to stay. Oh, but I know there's a motel up there.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You want me to drive you to your people? You know what I mean? I'll check on you. I mean, you have to, honestly though, I mean, I joke, but honestly, you got to be strong within yourself. At some point, what they say, if it happens to you once, you can blame them. If it keeps happening to you over and over, you got to look at yourself. So if you keep getting U-Hauled, then that's something you need to reflect on for yourself. Like, why are these people able to U-Haul you so quickly?
Right. Nima said, I really think it's a young joint thing, like between 18, 20. No, I think it's older. No, Nima.
Go in that 55 and up community. You're going to see some shacking up in there.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you.
Now, I think it's hard. I don't know. Is it harder to date a woman because of all these different, men don't have all of these.
It is harder.
Stipulations.
Harder. Much harder.
The screening process for women is some of them.
Too much. That's the whole point of dating. That's the screening process is dating, not the questionnaire in the beginning.
Well, in the lesbian community, you can't date. You have to, once you date them, you have to not date other people or it's a problem.
We're going to handle that discussion.
No, I've had a woman say to me, because a friend tried to do a love connection, which was weird. And for me, I really don't have a type. It's more of I've always, whether it's, personality thing. And it was a total turnoff because the woman told me, if you are having conversation with someone else, oh, this ain't working.
Oh, my cousin.
That makes
Hey,
you.
Puddin'.
Oh, that's your
Harry
cousin.
Diggs, yeah.
That makes you a different kind of a woman. I said, what kind of from a conversation? Damn, you be having sex in a conversation? What the hell kind of conversations do you be having?
I speak to somebody on here that I date because they would tell you that I am very open. I'm very upfront. I told over the years I wasn't always this way, but I hit you in the beginning. I throw a question at you quick without even. I need to know. I need to know.
Now, mind
and
you,
I don't
though,
bite my tongue, so I just need to know.
the person that I'm talking about that told me this is a person that both of us know.
Oh my god!
I was like, what? I'm not even trying to get into this connection, but you taking it like I was scared. Like, is this person thinking we gonna get married? I said, oh Jesus, I know this life can't be like this.
It's harder dating women. It's very, because my thing when I was dating men, they at least date, go on a few dates and see how they are. About women are like from the door. Let me, be like that.
Whole
you didn't ask me
resume.
my last name, but you didn't, ask me about 50 million questions about. I don't know.
Women are complex.
Like, can we just hang out for a little bit? I just want to be your friend right now. I'm not trying to live with you. I want to be your friend.
So wait a minute. Would you date another lesbian woman that started out like you?
Yeah, because I don't really get into how they got to where they're at.
Okay.
Their journey, maybe I can learn something. I think it's interesting. Just like your story is very different from mine. I think that's very interesting. But I go on by what they are claiming.
Okay.
Because actually right now, I really only date lesbians right now. Like, I don't even date any other label.
Would you, so you wouldn't think about dating a trans male or trans female?
I thought about that. I've seen that question a couple times. In general, I would say a trans woman who's a lesbian would have just as good a chance of as anybody, because I separate the two. Just because you're a trans woman does not mean you're gay, automatically mean you're gay, straight.
Right. No, trans can be woman, whatever.
I would not be against it. I would be. I'm not gonna lie. That would be interesting. It would be very interesting.
Just not the trans male. The trans male that's fully transitioned.
So if you're in your mind, you're a male. You're not. I don't consider you. Yeah, I'm lesbian. So you got to claim from the door. The first question I'm going to ask: what you be claiming? You gotta be a woman.
You know what? Yeah. I've been doing this for a while, almost 2 years, and I've talked to lots of different people. Would you believe that there are trans males that love lesbians? And I'm
different
like,
strokes for different folks.
Great.
I mean, that's the diversity. Gotta love it.
Yeah, but just think about the dynamic. I understand it from the trans male perspective, but the lesbian.
I don't think that's any different than a straight male.
When
I tell a straight male, if a straight male's trying to holler at me, it's been times I said I'm lesbian. That made it really harder. I don't know if they think that.
Look at Neva said. I'm so confused, but it's all good. I'm enjoying the show. That part is confusing. The trans male, that likes the lesbian.
Because to me, I kind of
works for the trans male.
To me, you're male, and you want
right. And it works for them, but the lesbian.
I think there's a deeper meaning to it. I think it goes deeper than sex. I think it goes deeper than sex if that's their mentality.
Speaking of trans males, I will be having a great interview next Tuesday with one from Philadelphia, Phyllis Cypher. Great person, artist, just so poet, just. The rap sheet is like this long. Mm-hmm. This long of things. I mean, he's probably even a painter.
He already has enough on his sheet that I'm impressed with. So if he's a painter, I would probably worship you. I just want to say I will worship you.
So now this one is the one. And I can ask this question because, again, when you're fresh out of, I haven't been with a male in, I would say over 5-6 years, even in the
decade.
marriage
Mine's like a
ended
decade, but-
maybe a year or two ago, but sexually, no. As a BBW, is the dating culture different? Coming from LGBTQ to heterosexual.
Somehow I always seem to find my crowd. I do. I don't know what to say to that. You guys have been true to me, and I'm going through transition because I've really been skinny, but I was smaller than I am now, and y'all was with me, and I got bigger, and y'all passed the baton to another group who was with me. So I'm okay. I'm okay.
I just gotta laugh because, come on now, like, truthfully, society tells you should be skinny, right?
Society tells you should be skinny, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been in places where I had numbers passed to me. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
God.
Now this person passed a number to me, but you're in that person's face. Like, come on now, it's like a little sneak thing. I think people just need to focus on, everybody has a group that likes them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
your own demographic.
I went through a transition when I was smaller, and when I got bigger, I went through a transition because I was still looking for the attention from people who liked me when I was small. That style.
Right.
When I got big, I still wanted them people to
like you.
Yeah,
right.
And I was forgetting about these people over here. Were like, yo, big girl, come here. Yo, you come here, Miss Lady, come here. And I'm like, huh? And I just waddled over there and was like, hey, let's do this. But seriously, I stopped getting stuck in, like when I got bigger, I had to love myself. And I realized that even when I'm out and about, and I'm one of the people I can talk to everybody. So even when I'm out and about, people feel that, and I get attention from that. And I've had people who say they've never dated. I like maybe been the first BBW, and I've had people who only date them, and I have people who don't care about size.
Right.
So somehow I've been able to find through my own personal journey my crowd. Thank y'all. Y'all been in the corner. Y'all ain't all around the perimeter.
With Nema's,
I see the light.
Oh Lord, Nema's still on to the trans man. She said it reminds me of a person I know that is a lesbian but dates a woman that is transitioning into a man. How does that work? I'm lost.
You probably need to talk to them. I don't think we
well, you know what? That is, Nema.
That's a whole different situation. That's a...
Nema, tune in next Tuesday. I will be talking to a trans male that's into lesbians, and we're gonna figure out how that works. Yes,
I mean I don't want him, but I'm just like, what?
He's into lesbians.
Yeah, I'm curious how that works too.
I guess everybody is.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
It's I don't know.
Is that called cross labeling?
I don't know. But this world,
we have to make something up. We have to put another.
Listen, this world, since I jumped into the letters, this world has turned from black and white to all shades of gray, pink, purple, yellow. It's just all kinds of shit that go on, and that you just like what?
Fluid.
Oh my God.
Fluid.
So,
Fluidity.
As you know, we are doing a series, and one of the episodes is called The Art of Head. We're going to have females and males discussing it.
Ooh,
who's better?
At hitting it?
The Art of Head.
Oh, The Art of Head? Who's better, male or female? I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to put my opinion on the show. I just trying to get clear on the topic.
Yeah, who's better? Who has mastered the technique? Because head is an art form, right?
Head is an art form. I mean, I don't know. Maybe men do better for men than women. I don't know. Like,
no, I'm talking about for a male, from you coming from both sides. Who does it better? A male giving head or a female?
Oh, for me, women.
Oh, so the technique is different.
I made popcorn with women. Okay? Can I explain that any further? I made popcorn with women.
Nima said, I think men. Nima, tell me why.
I made a simmering sauce with men. Ladies and gentlemen, I made popcorn. A whole thing of Jiffy popcorn.
Oh, okay. Nima said, I think men for men and women for women.
Yeah, I think so. I think
it's definitely a technique. I can say myself, and I'm sorry if you're a male, you're watching, you dated me or whatever. I am fucking sorry, but I have to say this. I thought I was having an orgasm until I became LGBT. I didn't realize I wasn't really. Nah. I didn't realize that I was, and it was funny because I used to say to my best friend, you know, why are you so excited about sex like that? It's just something to do. I was like silly on The Color Purple. He just get on me. He just get on me and do his business and get off. I mean, not to say that I didn't. Okay, yeah, I felt some, but it was like that. And
well, I tell you what, you in the LGBT community. Look, so Sophia home now. Sophia home now.
Yeah. Because it was I was like, and I called my best friend after I'm like, yo, guess what? She was like, what? I was like, I was screaming.
I cried.
Damn.
I cried.
You cried?
I'm not even gonna lie about it. I'm not even gonna name her because I don't even want nobody to know who took me out like that.
Oh my God. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
I don't even want to know.
Moment. It was a moment.
Oh my God.
I got my paper up, I'm ready to write.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Being that you know your journey,
Mm-hmm.
do your gaydar work?
No. The battery broke.
So you can't walk in the room and say, do.
Look, I don't even catch when I'm being flirted with. Like, I just think people are being nice. You know, people go and say, somebody
Lord.
Like, Angel, you know, she flirting with you. I'll be like, really? No, come on.
My God. Would you date a person?
Stacey.
So you wouldn't date a housewife? The one that's down low. The one that you know is down low.
I'm not dating no more cheaters.
Oh Lord.
I need my
So you want to help them out the box?
I ain't help. I'll be resourceful. I'll direct them. I can find them somebody.
So you wouldn't.
I'll be resourceful and help them out that way, but not with me.
Did you see Nurse Ratched? Mm-mm. You need to watch that.
No. I'll help people, but no, I don't. I no longer do the horny housewives or none of that.
Nurse Ratched.
No, thank you.
I think it's a lot of pent up gay people that don't realize that they're gay.
I think there's a lot of people bisexual don't want to accept that they're bisexual. No, they want to try the other side.
I think that's a male thing.
Maybe 10 years ago, but at this point in my life, no. I'm done teaching. I'm retired. I come out for the alumni sessions. But now I'm just in consultation.
Ooh, that's a great question. How did you learn? There is not a class for here. How did you learn?
You can't learn. Everybody's different. You cannot go with the same technique for everybody. Young people, listen to me. Just because you made one person scream don't mean the next person gonna scream. So the best advice I can tell you is listen to their bodies. You know what I mean? Listen to their bodies. Get in tune with how they respond, how they react. Try different things. See what works for you, what works for them. There's no set technique for anyone.
Oh, okay. So Tina and I, we talk about sex all the time on this damn show.
So do I.
Different kinds
My bestie will tell you we have interesting
kinds of shit. Now tell me this. Mm-hmm. Are you into that licking my eye trend and my armpit trend? What?
Don't let I got contacts. I can't take no spit in my eye.
My armpit and
yeah, don't lick my eye. You can lick my ear, my head. Not my eye.
What about a toe in your?
Oh, I had somebody request that. I thought it was very strange, but hey, let's do this. Yeah, I've done that. That's
Oh Lord.
Them,
oh Lord. Oh my God.
Nights.
So overall, when you look back on your life,
Mm-hmm.
are you having the best time now?
I'm having the best time now because my head is lighter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't stress over things maybe like I did before. You know, you get older, you get wiser. So I have a better time now because I'm more comfortable with myself now, who I am, what I am. I love me. I love me. And that's why I'm living my life now. I'm not saying I'm at the best place, you know, on levels of wherever, but
it could be better.
Mentally, spiritually, I love where I'm at right now.
Okay. So there's no chance in hell you going back to a man.
Nope. No
He
chance
offered
in
you
hell.
$1 million.
So,
He had the golden penis with the gold tip.
ew, I don't
And
want no
then-
gold in me. I heard that's infectious.
He got the hugest house in America. You're not going back.
And it's not even it's not only a mental thing for me. It's like a physical, spiritual thing. Like I'm just not into that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not into it.
Stacy Wilder said, good show. Thank you so much. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday. I need you to come back for I want to do a show on feminism.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, because I am so sick of a lot. I mean, we hear about toxic masculinity. It's toxic femininity too.
Absolutely.
And it's sickening. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. The old heads attack me for saying different shit. Cause I say the shit that they probably would like to say, but because of their era, they don't say.
Don't hate on us for that.
Like I was in one group and the damn woman said that you should behave a certain way. You shouldn't ask about sex on dates. And I said, well how the fuck? Why?
Aren't you the one listening to me? Lady, didn't you turn on to me?
That's not ladylike.
But you know what? I mean, different eras for different things, because I even see the younger generation and I make comments like, oh my gosh, really, she needs to, so it's just a generational thing and the way the world is. I look at my daughter and her friends and I'll be like, man, y'all, back in my day, you know how we do that. Back in my day, we do that. Lady with a lady, but I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah,
but
it
look,
is.
you ain't got to knock me for saying
Yeah, but you got the wisdom to know that it's
saying it.
because of your era. But listen, I done been called all kinds of crazy stuff. You're crazy and this and that. And I said, well, you know what? We need to have a topic about feminism because you're not going to tell me how to be a woman.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to be a woman like you are. Not all of us want to be Aunt Viv.
And why would we want to be? Why would we want to be the same? Like, I don't understand why people can accept diversity and and other things, but yet we aren't supposed to be diverse. I just don't get that.
No,
Not
you're
all
not.
of us have the same dreams, aspirations. We don't want the same thing. We don't even want the same type relationships. Sometimes we different. We different.
We're definitely different. But it looks like we went over our time. Everyone.
Hey, honey.
Hi, Yolanda. How do y'all like the show tonight? Was it interesting? Did you learn anything? For you gold stars out there, did you learn anything? Being a gold star does not make you the legendary champion of lesbians. I hate it. I hate it. And I don't know what the male equivalent of the gold star would be, but doesn't make you better than any other lesbian or gay or bisexual and I need to have a show about bisexuality because they get bashed.
Ooh, yeah, I got into it once because this is my thing, accept preferences in the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even want to go into it because this ain't the show for it. That almost got me.
Yeah, the bisexual thing.
Almost got me.
Nima said, I found it interesting. Is there any questions y'all would like to ask Angel? You know I'm
I do
here.
not bite my tongue.
Yeah,
ask.
Ask. See, y'all know me. You can come at me with anything. Inbox me, whatever. I'm willing to discuss it, talk about it. I pour a lot of my life into this show. Hopefully somebody will learn from some of the crazy shit that I say, and even the serious stuff that I say. One more thing, because I'm pretty sure no one probably even thinking about it. as a lesbian, does it affect your political views?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
If I had to get a yes or no answer, I'm going to say yes, it does.
Okay. And I think that's a great answer, and it should. I'm not going to get into depth about that. Tomorrow is actually our political show.
Very soon. Hopefully, honestly, probably like in maybe the next couple of years. I was really serious earlier when I said I want to try to find an up and coming artist to collab with me. That's how I want my book to be. So hit me up. You can speak on Facebook or Pleasure PLEZURE333 on Instagram. I'm actually need to do more on my Instagram because I really don't use it too much. So I
wait a minute. What kind of artist you talking about? Like a
painting, oil painting.
That's Nima.
Drawing.
Nima is a painter.
Nima intimidates me. Nima all established and shit.
That's you, Nima.
But I'm really looking for someone up and coming who wanna, you know what I mean, who wanna kind of put themselves out there, who ain't gonna demand too much of me. Nima, what you gonna demand of me? Nima's not my level.
My daughter is an artist.
I'm looking for I just want someone who they would have to listen to see if they get my poetry, and if they do, I want to look at some of their painting. My thing is I don't want to tell somebody might take my.
Don't ever tell your ideas. Zip it, zip it, zip it.
Because I'll go old school on you for fun.
Zip it. And of course, anything that you have going on, we will promote you on the network, as well as everyone else on here that just watch the network and never inbox us with anything. Whatever you got that's visual, or maybe it's not visual and you don't know how to make it visual, just inbox me. Let's talk about it. We could help you create a commercial. Mention on one of the shows. We have several shows on the network. Just inbox us. This is what we're here for. We created Plug Studio Network for the community, not necessarily for me to get on here and talk my shit, or Crown Royal or Latoya Growth or whoever's on here. It's for everyone. It's for everyone. But this was a great, great, great show. And I hope the people that watch later, in particular, like I said, you gold stars, you learn something. You are intimidating a lot of women.
Yes.
You're making them feel uncomfortable in their sexuality, and it's not fair. Not everyone has the balls to get up in the morning and put their shoes on and run. Some of us gotta crawl. Some of us just actually have to crawl. But before I go, I have to mention the showcase that's going on. Are you coming to the showcase? Oh, your daughter's birthday.
That's my daughter's birthday, so no. I won't be there, but y'all will be in my thoughts.
So the Turn My Effing Mic Up Showcase, November 25th, in Cambridge, Maryland, Club du Jour. I think y'all need to come on out if you're not doing anything. I myself will not be cooking Thanksgiving dinner. I will actually be sitting at a promotional table handing out products with all the services in reference to Plug Studio Network and what we actually have going on here, because we have a lot of stuff that we offer that I think people just aren't aware of. Also, while I'm there giving out information, we will be selling things. Well, I don't know if anyone noticed. Well, not noticed, but no, last year. But fuck the C word. It fucked up a lot of stuff for us. We were supposed to go and bring our store out, our online store, but we could not do that because of COVID. It's called P Originals. The P does not stand for peach. It stands for plug. Plug Originals. We're selling original things to you, the original people that like odd things. This being one of them, the mixtape purse. I think this is just so cute.
I do too. I love it.
So this will be at the showcase at the table with me. It's very affordable. $40. Come on out and get you one. Another thing that I will show you, and we gave some of these away. If you watch our show on Sundays, when we do the network updates, we give away a lot of different things. That's just how we are, right? That's how we are. We have another purse. Boom.
Oh.
This is fly.
We're gonna do like
This and more will be at that table with me. If you have followed me for a while, you also, yeah, ain't that cute? If you have been following me for a while, you know I traditionally wear sunglasses, so you may see some of those out there also. And we're going to have a couple masks, so please come out if you can. If you can't, I understand. What you can do is please just subscribe to the website, plugstudios.net. Watch the shows if you enjoy them. Like Plug Studio Network, like Peach Radio Show. Follow one of us. Do something. All right. But with that being said, Instagram, we love you. Everyone that's watching, we love you. Thank you for tuning in. Next week, I have Karan coming in. Please watch the show. If you want to know what a trans man sees in a lesbian, the show is next week. That's the show to watch. Y'all have a good night. Tomorrow is Food for Thought. And on that political show, Crown will be talking about this election. All right. With that being said, good night, y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for coming out, Angel. Everybody tell Angel bye. Tell her to come back.
thank y'all for having
We
me.
need to come back and talk about that damn feminism.
All right, bye y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Did you turn yours off?
Yeah, mine's off.
All
Wait,
right.
Okay, am I doing it right?
Well, just
I
play it. Just turn the
muted it.
volume off.
Okay.
And we're really just paying attention to the comments.
Okay. Oh, it's so great.
Every time we go live. Have you gone live before, by the way? Because it's not the most straightforward thing. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe we wanted to do it on our phone.
Because we wanted the camera quality to be better for y'all.
But actually, this looks pretty
It
good.
does look good because you have this beautiful setup here.
Yeah.
So maybe we could just start with good morning or good afternoon or good night, wherever you are.
Whoop, whoop,
I've seen
indeed.
Sweden and Toronto and England.
Yeah.
Houston, so close in Houston. Germany.